Okay. Simon says, stand up. Simon says, put your hands up. And wave it like you don't care. And the game still works, man. I know, but some people wave. Okay, you can sit down now. I'm happy the game still works. Okay. Based on the game, can you tell me which letter I'm going to talk about today? S? No, from the anagram I meant. O for? Anybody else besides my wife? Obedience. Okay, so thank you. We're going to talk about obedience today. Obedience comes from the Latin word op or dire. Okay, I'm maybe not pronouncing it right, but I'm going to write it on the board. And it means listen carefully and pay attention. Okay? Actually, I'll just take this out. Okay, so sometimes this I'm talking about me. I'm obedient out of fear. What I mean by that is, say I had a Sri Lankan boss, okay, and he told me, Alan, I want you to do a report by tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. And I said, "Arey, forget it, man. The T20 World Cup final is there. He's going to go for the match. He doesn't need the report. I'll do it on Monday." If I gave him this excuse, I probably would get sacked, right? Why? Because I disobeyed authority. But there are many things that are ingrained already into our lives which we are obedient about. How many of us observe the speeding limit of 100 on Sheikh Zayed? Okay, man. Okay, 110. Okay. How many of us put parking tickets? Yeah. How many of us don't carry more than 100 ml liquid while flying, carry on baggage? Reason is, most of y'all are already being obedient because that's the law. If you carried 120 ml liquid in your carry-on baggage, they won't allow you to fly, or you keep that back, right? So you'll agree, you'll do that by default. If your work time starts at 9 to 5, you don't come at like 10:45, just stroll in. I got up late. I'll come at 9, even if you're going to sleep at 1. Yeah? So I want you to put your hand up like this. Now this is not Simon says, genuinely. Put your hand up like this. Turn it around. Now pat yourselves on the back. Okay? Why? Because you're already obedient. Okay? It's ingrained into our system. But sometimes, as youth, we get a little rebellious. No? Like, somebody tells me to do something, I said, why should I do this? Tu kaun hai bhai? Why? We do that, right? So, it could be sometimes a dangerous attitude. Okay? And I think that's why the Lord permitted me to be sent to boarding school, to kind of iron out this disobedient streak. I feel, although some still was left. But I think the point is, most of us don't wish to disobey God. I don't think that's on our kind of our radar. We don't want to disobey a God. But we sometimes just don't listen to Him. Okay? Now, so then what is disobedience? If obedience is listen carefully, what is disobedience? Listen. Care? Carelessly. Okay, it's also called listen with distraction. And listen without feeling the need to act, okay, without obligation to act. This is the Greek definition of disobedience. So listen carelessly, listen with distraction, and listen without the need to act. Okay? I'll give you an example. Sasha is my wife, okay? What if, and I'm asking you a question, what if a stranger came to you and said, Mrs. Dikuna, I want to take you on a 1-week holiday to Mauritius for the best time you'll ever have. Will you go? You heard? She said no, thank God. Now. Okay, listen. Now what if I asked her, I said, Sash, we're going for a holiday to Mauritius for 1 week to this whatever luxurious resort. Will you go? Will you say yes?
Really?
Okay. I take that as a yes. Okay. Now, guys, I'm trying to make a point. What was the difference between the stranger and me? Authority. Okay. What if, any other difference between any stranger, any random stranger would come up to Sash and ask her this question, and me? What is the difference?
She trusts you.
Trust. Anything else? Love. Perfect. So, now, think about this. God, we've heard this many times, but God actually loves you. He loves you, Sean, Corina, Chris, and Priya. He loves you. So, if He tells you to do something, or to come on a journey with you, with Him, for something far better than Mauritius, because He created Mauritius, for far longer than a week, for forever, would you go? Yes. Why? Because you know He loves you. You know He probably loves each one of us more than we love ourselves. So, sometimes when we think about obedience, like if I asked you a question, if I say obedience in the Catholic Church, what would you tell me? In the context of Catholic Church, obedience, the word obedience. Sorry? Mass? Commandments? Sorry? Follow the rules. Beautiful. Okay. Faith. Right? This is the thing. So, if we know that God, who loves us, has given us these commandments, so He's telling us to do something because He loves us. So then the commandments have a little different perception, right? Or would have a little different perception. It's like He's telling me, I want to take you to a better place. And for that you need to do this. Whatever it is. For that you need to do that. I'll be more willing to submit to that because I know this person, I can trust this person, I know this person loves me, and I feel free. I feel free to do that. Yeah? The Catholic Catechism of the Catholic Church terms obedience as a free submission. So I'm freely willing to submit to somebody bigger than me because I trust that person. I know that person loves me. Like I look at again, I'm using the example of my son here. I look at my son and Sash sometimes play and just be with themselves. And this boy implicitly trusts her. Even when she corrects him, implicitly trusts her. He's just free. He's a free being with her. Because he trusts her, he trusts that he knows that she's put here for me. Okay? So sometimes when we look at obedience, it's taken negatively. Because, like someone said, there are rules, there are commandments, there's so many things to do. But if we know